Hi, everyone, and welcome to the podcast. I have some announcements for you. I wanted to share about some local events that I will be attending in May. First is the Mindfulness Expo on May 9th at the Anaheim Convention Center. This is an all day conference featuring many lectures and classes throughout the day. I will be guiding a group through a past life journey, and I will also be lecturing about ET experiences and alien abduction. Discount tickets are available on my website under events. On May 23rd, I will be collaborating with Patty from Zenscape Wellness for a cacao ceremony, followed by a group past life journey. This will be held at the Sanctuary Wellness Center in Tustin in Orange County. Again, tickets are available on my website, soulsigns.net. I do also travel nationally for events. If you know anyone that's planning a retreat or an event, please reach out. All right. So for today's segment, I want to talk about past lifetimes where you experience profound loss, losing multiple loved ones or people they were deeply connected to. It can leave a very specific, energetic, and emotional imprint that carries forward to your present lifetime. It usually doesn't show up as a clear memory. Instead, it tends to surface as patterns, sensitivities, or subconscious fears in the present life. One of the most common imprints is a deep fear of loss or abandonment. Even when life is stable, there could be kind of like this underlying expectation that something's going to go wrong or that a loved one won't stay. This can lead to hypervigilance in relationships or difficulty fully relaxing into love. Another way it shows up is through emotional protection. Someone might keep people at a distance without realizing why, or struggle to fully open their hearts. On the opposite end, it could form very intense attachments very, very quickly because there's sort of like this subconscious urgency to love before it's taken away. There can also be a grief imprint that hasn't fully processed. This can feel like random waves of sadness that don't seem to connect with your current circumstances, or maybe a heaviness around themes of death or endings or goodbyes. In some cases, people carry a kind of survivor's imprint, a quiet guilt for continuing on when others didn't. That can translate into self sabotage, difficulty receiving joy, or feeling undeserving at a peaceful life. It makes me think about my own mother and how she deals with death. She becomes very childlike and she actually throws tantrums. She even has fainting spells. It's been really difficult to help my mother when she is grieving. She just doesn't let anyone in, and this is the type of behavior that my sisters and I have to deal with. It's unfortunate that I was never really able to help my mother the way I help my clients. It's not for lack of trying, honestly. Over the years, I have tried so many times, and she always falls asleep every single time. But it's not just like a sleep where I can call her name and bring her back to awareness like I do with my clients that do fall asleep. My mother will literally not wake up at all. It's as if she has like this tranquilizer and she's just so deeply, deeply asleep. I just decide that I'm just going to leave her there and hope that she's receiving information in her own way. Over the years, honestly, I just gave up. This session will be a bit of a double feature. Once I guide her to her last breath in the first life, she does transition into a very interesting galactic lifetime. And there's some pretty interesting things that happen in this galactic life. I hope you enjoyed today's segment.
I was in a long gown. I think I was like in the meadow and there's a forest. And then I kind of like look around and then there's like animals around.
There's animals. What kind?
Like rabbit, deer, bird, stuff like that. And I think I have short hair, a bow tie on top of it.
Short hair with a bow?
Yes.
On top?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you a girl?
Yes.
Okay.
Like a teenager.
What are you wearing on your body if I ask you to look down at yourself?
Like a gown, a dress.
Okay.
And my shoulder is like the style is like a bubble, uh, like the like princess, they have like the shoulder, they have like a bubble, and then
the sleeves.
Yeah, sleeve, and then it sling down to my arm. It's very pretty. Yeah. I don't have a like big skirt, but just like slim skirt, like fitted skirt. I think the fabrics of the gown in a skirt is more like have layers like satin.
It sounds beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you're there in the forest. Do you sense that you're holding or carrying anything?
Like a basket.
You have a basket.
Yeah, there's some fruit that I collect.
There is. Okay. Like what kind of fruit do you think?
Apple. And maybe cherries.
Okay. Are you alone?
Yes.
Okay. So what direction do you want to move towards?
I guess home.
You
and
want to go home?
Yes, and I was singing.
All right. So maybe home is nearby.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and move to where you live, home.
Yeah, it's a castle.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Describe it to me.
I cross a land. There's some farmland. It's very pretty, and people working there and waving at me. Then I was singing and dancing and hopping. I feel it's like a beautiful day. And then I was happy I collect some fruit. And then I'm about to go home. So I crossed the path. And then I went directly to the gate of the castle.
Okay. What do you notice about the gate?
Yeah, there was a guard. And then he greeted me and then opened the door for me. I went in. I went into the kitchen. I was not a princess.
You're not.
I'm not.
Who are you?
I think I'm the daughter of Princess Nanny. Yeah, but we are pretty close. Yeah, sometimes I helping her dress up, do things. Yeah, but I'm quite happy there because they're all treating me very nice.
They do. Okay.
Yeah, always plenty of food to eat.
Okay.
And then do some chore in the kitchen and then helping do some cleaning in the castle.
You do.
But there's more maids, so I'm okay. I don't have a lot of like tons of work.
You don't.
No.
You're just helping wherever they need you.
Yes.
Okay. What is your name? What do you think people call you in this
Alice.
Way? Your name is Alice.
Alice.
Okay. And so tell me, what's your favorite place in the castle? Where do you like to spend the most time?
In the library. I get to grab the book and read.
Mm-hmm.
And then when there's a tutor come to teach the princess, somehow I get to sit there and listen and even do some painting with them. So they are treating me very nice.
Mm-hmm. Who taught you how to read?
How do you mean? I feel maybe I would. They have a tutor, private tutor
Mm-hmm.
for the princess, and I'm allowed to sit there. I think also, someone in the castle taught me how to learn alphabets. Yeah.
Wow, that's wonderful.
So, and I like to read. So, yes.
Let's move to an important memory with the two of you together.
Basically, I grew up with her, and then she's quite lonely because she's the only child.
Mhm.
Or even if she has brothers, but she's just being alone. So her parents is happy that she can have the companionship and grow up with her. So I spent, when I was younger, little, I spent some time at home, her place, and then we play house. And she share her toys with me. We play. There's a beautiful dollhouse, and then we just like play house, and then we sometimes play hide and seek.
Yeah.
And I'm just like her buddy, her
Mhm.
best friend,
Mm-hmm.
and she like to share things with me, some food, clothing, and her toys.
Mm. What is her name? What do you call her?
Adele,
Adele?
mm-hmm.
Mm.
Adele, maybe Adele or Arlene, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. How old do you feel in this memory with her?
5, 6.
Okay, you're small here.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then, yeah, till teenager.
So let's connect with the princess energetically. You're very close. Let's just see if she's familiar to you today.
Maybe my mother.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to move ahead. We're leaving that memory and moving ahead in time. Be there now.
There's a festival. Yeah, there's a fair.
There is. Where is it?
Outside of the castle,
Mm-hmm.
like suburban area. They have like a yearly annual fair. Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Mm, there were many vendors that selling their stuff like craft, art and craft, and then some fruit, something that grows on their plant, like honey or clothing,
Mm-hmm.
weaving stuff, like whatever you can think of, some silverware. And then there was like, they also have like competition of the animals like pigs, goats, they grow, that they raise. And then there's like band. And then there's like people, there's a lot of people, kids, adults, just it's a happy time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then they're singing, dancing, some the games such as like the ponytail, like uh, like there's a target and then they blindfold a person and see if they can point the tail,
Okay.
on the right places. It's
Mm-hmm.
fun. That was fun.
That was. How old
Yeah.
do you feel here?
Yeah, like 13, 14.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And who did you go with?
I think by myself.
You're by yourself.
I don't feel they feel princess is safe to go there. There's like a
She's
lot
not
of
allowed?
I don't think so, but I get to go because I'm not princess,
Mm-hmm.
And then it's awkward to have guards around her. Otherwise, the civilian will feel uneasy, feel nervous. Yeah. It's just fair for the civilian, the country people, Therefore, the people there, it's a great festival. Yeah. I told her stories, but not the things there because she been protected. And then they feel, the things maybe is not clean. Yeah. It's not proper for the palace, The prince is different. We are just like normal people.
Okay.
Yeah, I think one time I brought a small doll. It was made by some woman. Those, I think I just sneak a small doll to her as a gift. Yeah, she happy. She love it because she can never have stuff from the outside world.
Very good. Anything else that's important here at this festival?
I think I saw a man. His was quite attractive, but I don't think I dare to approach him because that time I was like 12, 13.
Yeah.
And he is like older. I don't know how old was he, but he has mustache and then curly brown hair. Yeah, he looked like a knight, and then maybe like in his 20s. I'm just admire him.
You too.
Yeah, I just feel like, if when I grow up, I want to marry someone like him.
Does he notice you?
Not really. Maybe just take a pic because I'm kind of like looking, look at him, and he just take a peek of me, and then he doesn't really have much impression.
Let's go ahead and leave this memory. And we're going to move ahead once again to another important day.
The princess is going to get married.
Tell me about it.
She wasn't happy. She doesn't feel love. She doesn't feel the marriage was for love.
She tells you that.
Yes, but she has no choice.
Mm.
I think she got married because of the political reason. That she married to another place for someone important. Then that will straighten the airline between these two countries or the two regions. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
How do you feel about her marrying? Does that
Well,
mean she'll have to leave?
I feel sad. We hug each other and we cry. And then she doesn't want to leave me behind. And I don't want to leave her. But we don't have any choice.
Okay.
Yeah. She has a beautiful wedding, but she wasn't happy.
Where was the wedding?
In the castle.
It was.
Yeah, then I took a peek of her fiance, her husband to be. He wasn't like a handsome man. I think it's a bit age, and his face is rough. And I believe that was his second marriage.
So he's older.
He was older. And then because we don't, though the princess, her father was a king, but it's more like a lord. It's not like a England, like on the whole country. Yeah, it's just like a lord. It's a small country, but abundance, she have all the thing we need, like a good life. But he's not powerful enough for his daughter to choose who she want to marry.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. So what did it look like the day she did have to leave? And you had to say your goodbyes. Can you tell me about it?
I didn't say goodbye because I went to my room and cried. I just cannot have the heart to say goodbye. I just don't want to say goodbye. And I hate to see her leave. And my mother, the nanny, the maid, came to comfort me and will cry in her shoulder. She hugged me and then put me against her chest and I just cry.
This is your mother, yes?
Yes, work for there. Yeah, she was the nanny before she worked there, even she was born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so curious after your friend leaves. How do things change for you? Let's move ahead. What else is important?
I'd be depressed for a while. I would just stroll along in the forest and try to pick up food and feel bored. Yeah.
Okay. So not a lot is happening.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you sense that your friend is far away?
Yeah, pretty far. It's not around the region. It's pretty far. Just like from England to Spain.
That is far. Okay.
Yeah, but it's far during that time.
Yes, it is.
We cannot even walk there. And then I'm not allowed to visit her. I think the king that he married is quite strict.
He is.
Yeah, he kind of like doesn't want her to have any attachment for her previous, when she was a madam, She kind of controlling, I guess.
Okay.
So I'm not even allowed to visit her. He is not kind.
He's not.
He's not generous. He doesn't see things from her perspective.
Yeah.
She just felt once she married to him, then that she belongs to him. And then he need to cut off whatever her memory, her past from that moment that she married him.
Again, ahead. You're getting older now. Is there anything else that's important for you to learn about this life?
Well, just feel like whatever is, like, don't dwell on the past. If there's nothing you can do, you should move on. You can miss someone, but just don't put yourself in a depression mode. You need to move on with your life too. Yeah. I went to the convent and become a nun when I was older. Or later, yes. I think I'm married to someone.
Well, let's explore that. Let's just move to something important. What has changed in your life?
When she married, and then I grew a little older, I leave the castle. I just explore on my own. I'm starting doing some small business, I'm went to the fair and then selling stuff that I made.
What did you make?
Handkerchiefs,
You did.
some craft frame, yeah, something like that, framing. And handkerchiefs, yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, I make some money. And then I think I bump into a wood chopper.
A wood chopper?
Chopper, yes. Yeah, and then I marry him.
You do?
Yes. And then we live in a cottage by the creek. And then he was a nice man, very responsible. And then we have 2 kids.
What did you have?
1 boy and 1 girl.
Is there anything important you need to know about your children?
No, we just have a good life, and then they are good kids. And then when they grow older, they all got married, and my husband died That was sad.
It was.
Oh, when the boy, he got leukemia.
Your son?
Yes. When he was a teenager, I guess,
Mm.
or 10, he got leukemia, the lung disease, right? And then he passed away. Both of them. Yeah, that
So
was
then it was
sad.
just you and your daughter?
Yes. And then I just raised her, and then she got married. So there are so many losses in my life. The princess. Yes. I believe I saw the princess once when we all grew older. It's like in our 40s.
You did?
Yeah. She finally able to come home and visit. And then she trying to look for me. She kind of knew I would live nearby the castle. Yeah.
What was that day like for you?
Sorry?
What was that day like for you?
Oh, I was very happy. But I feel I was remorse. I was mourning for the loss of my husband and son. So, maybe she's in 30. I don't remember, but just like, she'll be chubby. And then she just accept the way her life was, just have a chat for a while. And then she have to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, I think my husband and my son passed away for a while, and then I still mourning for them. Yeah, so when my daughter grew up, she married to a nice man.
She did?
Yes, and then I went to a convent and become a nun. Because there were so many losses in my life, I just don't feel I want to bear that anymore, so I think I just become a nun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What was that like for you?
I think I just put all my attention to the Lord. It doesn't mean I truly believe them, but just I feel there in the convent, I feel peace of mind. I just feel peaceful.
You did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then with the regular life, like their life is like boring, but just is have like this tight schedule. Like they have to do certain things, like they have to go to the mass, they have like to cook and then I feel maybe I just feel I'm feel like a robot. Yeah, because the loss for all the people I love deeply. So I feel by going to the convent will distract me from the sadness. At least there are like people tell me what to do. I have a tight schedule. Just living like and then worshiping, just like praying. I don't think it's really bring any happiness or peace in my mind. I just feel maybe I'm not good enough that I cannot keep the people I love. There must be something wrong with me. The people in my life just leaving one after another. So I think I went to the convent.
You did.
Yeah, it's not only for just like feeling like numb and then like at least I have a schedule to distract me away from feel sad, mourning for the loss. And then I must have sinned, so I need to confess, I need to just pray that, there no more loss in my life. And then I wish for this life, I will pay my sin. Otherwise, I cannot figure out why the people I love, I cherish, 3 of them, princess, my husband, my beloved son, and then they are good people. Why they just leave one after another? It must be something I have done or something evil in my soul.
You felt that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I choose convent.
I see.
Yeah. It's so sad. So I just feel I don't want to be close with anyone. And then what if they're gone again? And maybe there's something wrong with me. And what if I've been cursed? Whoever close to me would just bad things happen. So I just do a lot of prayer for my sin or some evil spirit. Though there's no evil spirit, but I just cannot figure things out. Why that was happening to me.
Yeah, let's move now to the last day of your life. No discomfort where you are.
I die in the convent. I think I hold rosary in my hand. And then I feel I die in peace. I feel I've finally able to go to the place that I can meet with my husband, my son, and possibly the princess. I wasn't sure if she's still alive, but I believe I will see her one day.
Yeah.
With my husband and my son. Yeah. Oh, I remember I have another cat.
You have a cat?
Yes. I have a cat and then passed away a long time ago. And the cat, I cherish my cat. Somehow she was eating something poison and she died. Yes, there's 4 people that I really cherish passed away, including the cat. Yes.
All right. So let's just let that physical body go now, leaving all of that pain there, all of that grief, letting it all go. Tell me what you notice here.
I feel I was in the Galactic Federation.
Why? What do you notice there?
I was in the station.
At the station to me.
It's like a circle, floating in the universe, like a galaxy. It's like rounded. And there's like exo. And then there's like you can go to. I think the center was a bar. Hallway. There was like you can like circling around and there's like tunnel. Like, yeah. And then there's like a exo, like it's like this shape.
Yeah. A tall sphere.
Yeah, something like that. And you can go through different direction and go to that place. And there was like a banquet room and then also there's a bar. They serve all kinds of drink. And then the aliens, well, sometime it's like a resting station.
Yeah.
And then they can park their UFO there and then walk into the like a hotel,
Yes.
Yeah. And then they have like entertainment.
What kind of entertainment?
Like they like to drink.
They have something to drink?
Yeah, like they have different wine, drinks, weird drink. And then they have like a banquet room for them for interaction and if there's some dancing. Yeah. And some of the alien, they move in a weird way. They thought it's elegant, but it's hilarious, like kind of dumb. Yeah. Oh, they're all in different shape. Yeah.
What kind? Just pick a few, maybe one right now. What sort of features?
They are actually very similar to the movie like Star Wars. So I feel Star Wars actually is a documentary.
Yes.
Like very fat. Some of them are fat. Some of their face, the nice body, but face like a lizard. And then when they talk, they stir their, tongue is sticking out, like it's kind of gross.
It is. All right. What about you? How do you perceive yourself there?
I think I worked there. I was like a hostess, like serve them.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I
What do you
feel
look like?
I feel my face actually looked like a human frog.
Okay.
Well, I thought I was pretty, but human frog actually isn't weird. Yeah, I have a slim body and then carry a tray and then sometimes guided my client, my guest, th- from different galaxy to the hotel room.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So,
And then the hotel room, they have a button. They don't feel very enclosed. They can, the button, they can just have like a remote control. They can, on the wall, they can have like the window to different dimension if they want. It's not like they enter the different dimension, but at least they can different scenery. At least they don't get bored, like just a room. Like a slideshow.
yeah.
Yeah, you can change to all whatever places. They don't really need to, they just push the button, then use their mind to connect with that device, and then the window can show them wherever they want to see. Yeah.
Yeah. And as a hostess in this,
there's a lot of people work there to serve them, and I'm one of them.
Do you like what you're doing?
Interesting. I like to communicate with different species, different alien.
Yeah.
And then we may not speak the language. We have like a translator, and sometimes we can even use our mind, like kind of like telepath.
Yeah.
But just like a lot of time, we have a device like carry here
on your chest.
Yes, like
around your neck.
Yeah, no, just like a device here we hang in there.
Okay.
Clip on our collar or our shirt, and then there is an instant translator.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we get to communicate with all of them.
Yeah. Do you get along with everyone, or are there some races that you don't get along with?
Because they come and go, so I kind of enjoy to see them. Mostly they are very friendly, and like there's one species I don't quite like because they look like a toad,
like
toad, like toad, like frog.
Yeah.
But when they walk, there has like gooey, sticky things left on the floor, so we have to clean after them.
You do?
Yes.
It's like a slime?
Yes.
Interesting.
And then sometimes they don't go to the toilet, they even poop.
They do?
Yes, so we have to clean after them. Yeah, they'll slimy poop, like green color.
What's your favorite race that comes in that you love to talk to? What do they look like?
Palladium? They're nice, elegant, and human-like.
Yeah. What sort of things do they tell you? What do they share?
They just told us their country, their land is very beautiful. A lot of tree, and then they can communicate telepathically, and then they are just benevolent beings, very kind, and they try to invent a lot of things, and then that will serve the earth for the highest good. And that time I didn't know where the earth is. Yeah, that's They are not only helping Earth, they're also helping other planets to help them grow.
Yeah.
To become more advanced and civilized. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I wonder if we can explore an important day in this life.
Mm-hmm. I think after I've been serving there for a couple years, I don't know if the years is the same as the counting as the year on Earth, but I just know that I've been working there for quite some time till I feel my life need to move down to learn something new. Yeah, so I just leave the Galactic Federation, the station. Maybe it's called a resting station.
Yeah, resting
station. Yeah.
And when you leave, what do you leave to do?
I just go back to my planet.
What does that look like?
It's the sky is kind of grayish. There's a lot of tree, but just weird shape, like kind of like dry, a lot of branches.
Dry branches?
Yes. And then the leaves is like golden color, but it's not as golden. It's like yellow ochre. And then some of them are like olive green, stuff like that, and some blue. Yeah.
Are there these trees that you see, is it more like the woods or a forest of trees?
No, it's just like here have tree here and there. It's not just forest. And then the ground is kind of muddy. And then they have like spring, like they have like the dirt is just like popping out, just like there's puddled off like hot spring, but just not very hot, but just like they have like something underneath, and then they have like different hole, and then you see the
water,
not the water, the dust, the soil.
Yeah.
It's kind of wet. It's just like popping out from the hole.
I see, like bubbles?
But not bubble, just like a chunk of the soil, the wet soil. Like, yeah, it's just like they have like some kind of hot spring.
I see.
Sometimes it just
it pops up.
Yeah, pops up. Yeah.
What about structures? Do you see any?
I think the house, some of them are wood, and then it's like square shape. Some of them are like metal. Yeah, some kind of like metal, and then covered with mud. We collect the mud from, like when it pops out, and then we just like cover cover the structure with the mud, because there is, maybe it's not sun, but just like during the daytime is maybe there's two sun, very very hot.
Two suns.
Yeah, or maybe we don't call it sun, but just like something like sun. And the mud will keep us from we're cooling down, yeah, will cool down the temperature in the house.
Interesting.
Yeah. And the nighttime could be very very cold. So the mud will also protect us from coldness.
I see. What about the inside of your dwelling? What do you need for comfort?
We have blanket.
You do?
And the interior is very similar to what we have right now. Chair, table. Then I think our blanket is like a very thin, like a flexible metal. Yeah,
and
because
you warm.
Yes.
Where do you sleep? Do you need to sleep?
It's optional. Yeah, but we need to sleep to replenish our energy. And then once we replenish our energy, we don't need to sleep for maybe a couple days. And then after that, we have long sleep for maybe a couple days. Then once we will energize our energy, then we don't need to sleep for another week.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not like human.
And so I wonder if there's ever a time where the people of your planet, your wraiths, do you ever gather together for any reason?
Like social event? Yeah,
social
we don't.
Or any type of meetings that you
Oh,
have?
yeah, we have council.
You do have a council.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then we are gathered together. Yeah. We are actually very friendly being. You know, we don't attack. And then, we're just like very simple, hardworking beings. We never thinking of like conquer another planet or conquer another region. We just do our own thing, grow our own stuff, and make sure follow the rule. And then it's a nice place.
When you're there, do you have some sort of occupation or something you contribute towards your people?
I think from my experience being working for the Galactica, the rest station, I kind of like sharing my story of what the outside world look like.
You did. Who did you share that with?
The group, my community.
Yeah. Are there many of you?
Yeah. Like maybe 78. And then I'll also become a teacher there.
You did?
Yeah, because I have a lot of outside information. Yeah, and a lot of knowledge. I just choose to teach the kids. Yeah, give them more, outside information to expand their knowledge and expansion of their view.
Do they all have frog faces like you mentioned yours?
Yeah, that's our race.
It is.
And then I think we don't give birth. We are not mammal. I think we lay eggs. It's not like we only lay like one egg or two eggs, mostly one egg per each time.
I see. And is it necessary to have the male to fertilize the egg? Do you need a male to procreate?
Yes.
How's that done?
I think.
What does mating look like?
The mating?
Yeah.
Mating is like similar to what we have here. Yeah. But it's not like really for pleasure. I don't feel there's pleasure. It's just a responsibility. Yeah, I think he just laid his sperm to our tunnel. We call it tunnel of birth.
Okay.
Yeah. And then like they are not like laying on top of each other like us. It just used his tunnel and then connect with my tunnel. Then like in the sitting position, like to hook together. And then he used his sperm, released his sperm to my tunnel of birth. Yeah. Yeah. Then, yes, it's not really for pleasure, but just it's a responsibility. Yeah. To keep our race going. Continue. Yeah. Yes. Populated.
And when you teach the children, what do you?
Teach them we have our language. And then also from what I have experienced in the Galactica Federation, I teaching them like we are not the only species, we have our ally, and then what I learn, what I know from my experience, to expand their vision, to expand their knowledge, because we have a pretty simple life. Yeah, so I just want them to more universal, not only think about, okay, that's what we have. We actually have more. You can pursue your future. You don't have to stay here. You can pursue your future to different galaxy, just like me, I volunteer to work over there. Oh, I remember how I try to, go out of my comfort zone, because there's one time there's another alien visiting our planet. And then I find it very interesting, because I'm more like an adventurer. I want to know more about outside world. So they tell me about there's a place that you can get to learn and meet and expand my knowledge and my view. Yeah, so I just find it very tempting. So I decided to leave my planet, my hometown, and then I just went to, and then for another visit, I just told them, yeah, come pick me up, and then I really want to go to explore. And then they'll welcome me, because they like to have different hostess, and then the service people from different galaxy. Yeah, they like that too.
Yeah.
Because to serve different species. Yeah. So
they came to pick you up?
Yeah, because I show my intention.
Yeah.
So they pick me up, because I think they come to my planet is also for recruiting.
So who came? What do they look like?
Like greenish color, pointed ear, and there's some fair hair. There's like a little bit hairy.
On the top of the head?
Yeah, it's not like a lot of hair, but just you see those, you they have like some kind of hair there, but hard. It's like the mane, they're like the pigs, they have like those. How do you call? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just like big eyes, but very nice. Pretty nice. Yeah, they come for recruiting.
Yeah. What does their ship look like?
Just like a dish. But they can shrink. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, because it's fairly large ship. They have everything there. Then they also have rooms for us to stay, and also for training. Yes, so they pick up whoever wants to work them. So it's also a training station.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, they have cafeteria. They have room, and then training station, and then cafeteria, entertainment place. Yeah.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, but when you fly, it's shrunk.
Yes. That's interesting. Does your race, do you like to eat? And if you do,
what do I eat? Roots. I think mostly we're vegetarian. Yeah, like the roots. That was we dig out from the mud, and then the roots is more like yam, stuff like that. And maybe some bugs. Yeah, we are more like a vegetarian, but we don't kill animals. I don't think we have a lot of I don't feel we have animals there.
Right.
Yeah, but we have like worms or bugs there, and some worms can be high protein, I guess, so we have like our food is quite simple, just those roots, We grow some little leaf and then the worms, like chunky, fat worm bugs, Yeah.
Interesting.
That's what we eat. We don't kill, animal. I don't feel we have animal except for some kind of chicken-like animal. Yeah, but just walk around, but we don't eat them.
Okay. Are they like pets?
Sorry?
Are they like pets?
Pets, yes, can be pet. Yeah, but just their feather is kind of like it's hard, it's not soft. Yeah.
Interesting.
Like a blend, the texture like a blend, like blind, yeah.
Yeah. I have a question for you. When you were a hostess, I want to go back to that time that you were a hostess and when you had all of these visitors, different places, different planets, do you think you ever ran into anyone that appeared to be human from planet Earth? I want you to scan all the time that you were there and tell me if there's anyone that appears to be human arriving at the station, perhaps with other races.
I don't see humans.
No humans.
I don't see human because I don't know if the human has the technology to go to able to fly to that place. I don't see humans.
Okay. All right. And so let's go ahead and we're going to scan the remaining time of this life. Is there anything else that's important for you to learn, to remember? Anything at all?
Well, the only thing I learned that we should think big, because in my planet, everyone just like being satisfied with what they have, live their life, mundane life, do the thing every day, repetitive. And then I have a big heart, then the people there doesn't want me to go because they don't feel safe. But I said, my life will not be fulfilled if I don't see more. I need more expansion. So I decided to go.
Yeah.
And then it just enrich me. And then fulfill my need. And also it's really all the knowledge. All the thing I see is really enrich me. And then I can give to my people. And then they can be more advanced. Yeah, they can be more smarter. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, they can think bigger than themselves. Yeah, so I think I have a pretty good life there. So I just feel don't restrict yourself. I think the thing is don't restrict yourself. Yes.
Let's go ahead. We're going to leave this space this time. We're going to move now to the Akashic records. And as we arrive, I want one of your guides to be there to join you.
The same old guy like last time.
He's there?
Yes, he was my guy.
Yeah, does he have a message for you before we proceed?
Just say, my child, don't be afraid to explore.
It's been an interesting day. How do your records appear to you?
There's so many records. Should I pick one?
Are they showing you several books that are yours?
Yeah, one is Robin Hood, but I don't know if that is something to do with me.
Well, let's ask your guide. Let's just have him choose your book.
Okay.
And he'll place it right in front of you. Is there a place to sit? To look into your records?
Okay, let me find a place to sit. Okay, I saw a armchair.
Okay, an armchair.
Yes, with the top bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a very velvet color. And then it's pretty classic and very comfortable. Yes, it's leather, made of leather. Yes.
Beautiful.
And then there's a couple people, they're looking at their Akashic record too, not only me.
What do they look like?
One man looked like a Robin Hood.
Really?
Yeah, and the young girl. Another guy, I think he's the alien. He has like a tentacle on his head. And then and then he's wearing a gown like a gown as a purple color. His face is like kind of froggy.
Froggy?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, but he has like tentacle there, like going up and down, you know?
On his head, there's tentacles?
Yes. Yeah, tentacle.
And they're just sitting looking at their records?
Yes. And then and then he's like, like has his...
He's studying. He's sucking it all in. Okay.
Yes. Find it amusing.
All right. Well, what do your records look like? You're sitting in a comfy chair. Let's just have your guide place your records on your lap so you can start to review some things there.
It doesn't come with word.
That's okay too. Why don't we ask your guide about that first life that they showed you? You worked in the castle, you were best friends with the princess, and as you grew, you had a lot of loss. Princess, your husband, your son, your cat. Why don't they tell us why they showed you that life?
Okay.
Why was it important for you to see that life?
It's important. I think we have a lot of loss. It's out of our control. And then it's nobody's fault. Because I was blaming myself of like I must be a bad luck to them. I must be cursed. So I was a sinner. So I just want to go to the convent and confess and pray and just numb myself. And then I just feel, I know there's like sometimes you cannot control life, but there's cannot blaming myself for something that I haven't done. That's their life path. That's their life path. And then that's their choice. It's just their contract has nothing to do with me. Then I should only cherish whatever good time that they bring to me. And then don't blame on myself or, I got nothing to blame. It's not my fault.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
And I wonder if they can tell you why it was important for you to see that, for Cindy to see that. How has that life been affecting you today?
Yes, maybe sometime I just feel, is it because of me? I feel some kind of guilt.
So are you ready to release that?
Yes.
So let's just let that all go now, all right?
Yeah. Oh, the Akash record. I saw a mountain. There's waterfall. I think I was in the island. I believe that is like the primitive civilization.
You were on an island?
Yes.
Who were you?
A shaman. Yeah. The first scene I saw is just a girl, but I grew up to be a shaman. Yeah. I was a medicine woman.
You were?
Yes.
Why is that important for you to know and remember now?
Because I have a shaman in my heart. And also, I use crystal to heal people and perform some kind of ritual. And also, I help to release negativity and get rid of the bad spirit, evil spirit.
Message does your guide have for you today?
Mm-hmm. So that's a rule that, I'm on the spiritual path. I'm interested in crystal, shamanism, and like even sound healing. It's all calling on me, including past life regression, because I believe the shaman, that time, are able to tap into people's past life to help them to release the negativity from their past. So I'm just like remembering what I used to do and what I love to do.
Mm.
And I would love to continue doing that. Yes.
Mm. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
Is there anything else that they want to show you in the records before we return today?
No, just do whatever is calling you. Yeah. Yeah. So I think just help me to remember who I used to do, what I used love to do, and what I used to be good at. And then as a healer, and then this is what I'm going to do this lifetime. Just go for it. Doubts. Mm-hmm.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you. All right, we're going to leave the records now. And we say thank you. Thank you to your guides. Thank you for being here and showing us these wonderful lifetimes to learn, to grow, to heal. Thank you.